that you see on this main spindle is going to be the master to all of the receivers. It's a matched set. And what that match set does is it allows you to be able to convert from one chucking system to another chucking system. And in this particular case, it's going to be OD through a quick change collet. It can be through a 3-jaw chuck, or it can be an ID expanding system. And you're able to put that onto the system utilizing a dual acting piston. And this particular system just simply mounts over top and is be able to put onto the receiver. The main, or the first air feed tube is going to locate that system, and the receiver and the true change ring, or the carrier, allows for 2/10 positioning accuracy. So as you put that adapter onto the system, because of those being a match set, you're able to put that on and be able to maintain a 2/10 accuracy, positioning accuracy of the work holding that is now being accepted with that receiver. Once that receiver is in place, it allows you to be able to utilize the secondary cylinder to be able to clamp onto the ID of this part. And this ID part would then be able to go, you're able to do clamp onto the ID, do some machining operations onto this. If you needed to take that exact same part or another part and to be able to hold that either OD or a slug work, bar work, you're able to do that by putting this onto that receiver. You just simply release that particular part, release the main receiver. This would be able to be taken off, and then you would be able to put whichever system that you wanted to be able to put on in place of that. And then you're ready to go with a different type of a work holding system. Now this particular system, even though I'm demonstrating it manually for the show, this is predominantly set up to be able to be done in an automated cell, where you could take a robot and you'd be able to quickly change out these particular adapters to that receiver by the robot using that, and it'd be unattended. So that is one version of our quick exchange system, once again utilizing the 3 different brands that we sell and that we promote out of Elmira, New York, and once again being Buck, Forgard, and of course Hardinge. Now that unique ability gives us the opportunity to have a work holding solution through our collets, through work holding, anywhere from an 8/1000 all the way up through some of our Buck chucks, which are a 50-inch chuck more recently we manufactured for a customer in a rail industry, for railroad industry. We're going to move over to our next demonstration, which is going to be a collet system that is very quickly becoming the predominant style collet systems in the industry. If you were to go around the booth and through the demonstrations that you're going to see today, you're going to see that this quick change system is one that is predominantly used, and more than likely we expect and we anticipate that this will probably replace traditional work holding. 5C, 16C, solid collets. We firmly believe that this will replace traditional work holding that we see in the industry. One of the main reasons that we see that taking place is because of the features and the benefits that the quick change system provides you. Quick change systems, once again, you're able to change out a collet in 10 seconds. And in a 10-second time frame, we have done some studies and we take a look at that. So in that changeover, you're 19 times faster on an average of changing out your work holding for your next job. 19 times changer, and you're now cutting chips and being able to produce parts rather than spending a lot of that time in changeover and setup. So setup reduction is going to be key and critical to some of the components that we are promoting here at Hardinge and through our brands. Now, once again, with the quick change system, one of the reasons that we believe that this is going to quickly and surely replace our traditional work holding is once again because of the features that it provides. It's a parallel grip. You have a 20,000s, plus or minus 20,000s grip range with these collet systems. We actually have done some testing and we can probably get up to a plus or minus 30,000s, but conservatively, we want to be able to stay within a plus or minus 20,000s grip range. So that plus or minus 20,000s grip range, you have 10 times more grip range out of a quick change collet than you do a traditional work holding 5C solid collet. So that is one of the benefits. We also are taking a look at the benefit once again when you look at the accuracy. It's a special accuracy collet system as a standard product. We get 2/10 TIR out of our collets that we represent and that we manufacture in Elmira, and those collets are 5 times more accurate than traditional work holding. So the benefits of the quick change system are certainly outweigh traditional work holding that we've seen used and that we've manufactured for years. A couple other things that we would also mention is once again the vulcanized rubber. This is a collet system that is all by design, seals off and eliminates, I shouldn't say eliminates, it certainly minimizes and allows you to manage chip and coolant contamination through this collet system much better than you can through traditional work holding. So the design of the collet, above and beyond all of those other benefits, you are able to manage chip and coolant contamination based on the rubber that is used for these collets to maintain these segments together. As we look at this, we also recognize, of course, that with this particular collet system, there are some limitations. Those limitations are the fact that you are stuck to the max capacity of this particular collet, and you're OD gripping only. Traditionally, with some of the work holding we've done, out of the collet base, you're able to utilize both large diameters, you're able to do ID clamping, and so you no longer have that use with a Flex-C system. And once again, the industry demands that you have that interchangeability. So understanding that, and from our customer base, as we've got feedback from our customers, we then have designed a key component where we're able to use an adapter which builds off from the collet system. The collet system, once again, you utilize a wrench and you collapse the back end of that collet to insert it into your system. And it's a very quick and easy system to put into the system, and you're able to utilize the collet. Now, in place of that collet, we would take the collet out, and by utilizing what we use as a quick change ring, that quick change ring and a 4mm wrench mimics the collapse range of that collet. So with a cam system, you're able to utilize that cam system, and now that system, you use this, you can then use the 5C adapters or ID expanding while you're building right off from the quick change platform. So the quick change system, once again, being a very popular collet system, the limitations of not being able to use ID clamping or smaller diameter parts, larger diameter parts, have brought us to the point where we have designed a 5C adapter. The 5C adapter utilizes standard 5C collets, which you'll find in most shops, almost predominantly every shop that you're in. A 5C collet is utilized in probably every shop that you're going to take a look at. So with this 5C adapter, and I do have the quick change cam system already installed into that system, and by just simply putting that into place and using your 4mm wrench and a quick quarter of a turn, that system is now in place, and now I'm able to utilize smaller diameter parts, and I'm able to clamp onto the OD, which now provides me tool clearance, smaller diameter parts, and I also have the ability to use my existing work holding that I may have already in the shop. Now, once again, when you take a look at the 5C collet, we recognize that you're going to be limited then to 1 1/16 inch capacity. One of the problems is the collet itself has a 65mm capacity, but by utilizing that same 5C collet system, you then are able to use step chucks and closures. And we offer step chucks and closures to use with this 5C adapter up to a 6-inch diameter part. So now, instead of having to change out this whole collet adapter, go into your 3-jaw chuck, you utilize what most customers are very familiar with our 5C collets, step chucks and closures, and that step chuck now is going to fit into there and can hold a 6-inch diameter part without having to change out that system. So you have the versatility of using large diameter parts, you have the versatility of using small diameters, tool clearance, and you're able to also, with that same system, you're also able to convert this over to utilize expanding collets. So your expanding collet system is once again, it's built off of that same base. This particular quick change adapter would fit into the back end of that system and to tie that together. And once that system is in place, I can insert it into here, and by utilizing that same 4mm wrench, set that into the system, bolt it onto my adapter, and now I'm able to utilize ID clamping off of that same platform. So you don't have to have any changeover. Once this is installed onto your spindle and you have this in place, you either utilize quick change collets, you use 5C collets, step chucks, closures, ID expanding, whatever the case may be and whatever the job requires. It gives you the opportunity to be able to use that. In addition to the collets, our collets we manufacture in Elmira, New York, of course. We have all different types of collets. Obviously the standard round, hex, square, smooth, serrated. We do special shapes. We have emergency collets. We have master collets, so if you utilize certain S pads, we do have S masters available for you to be able to utilize existing tooling. And once again, we would take all of that building off of the platform of the Flex-C product. I don't know what I'm doing here for time-wise, but that's my presentation. Do I have any questions? Yes, sir.
So your quick change check systems, are they compatible with fixture operation and capability?
We can do that. It's not done something as a standard product or a standard offering, but it can certainly be something that we add to that, so you would have part confirmation and coolant, yes. Like I say, we do, one of the things that, as we look at any of our products, you know, there are standard products and then, of course, features that you're looking for, some other features that customers might add or want or need, can certainly be added and utilized with our standard product and be able to incorporate that into whatever the application requires or dictates for you. Anyone else? We appreciate your attentiveness. We appreciate you stopping out, and we hope you enjoy the show. Thank you very much.